Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to talk about Wonder Man. So this is a mini-series made by Marvel Television, aka I suppose Marvel Studios. Wonder Man is an American television mini-series created by Destin Daniel Cretton, aka also the director of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and also the brand new director for Spider-Man, a brand new day film. Obviously, it was created by Destin Daniel Cretton and Andrew Guest for the streaming service Disney Plus, based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name. It is the 17th television series in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, produced by Marvel Studios via its Marvel Television label, and shares a continuity with the films of the franchise. The series follows actors Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man, I suppose, or he is going to be Wonder Man, right? Or is going to be cast as Wonder Man in this series, and Travis Slattery as they try to land roles in the remake of the film Wonder Man. So Guest served as a showrunner. So there we go. Yahya Abdul Mateen II stars as Simon Williams. You might know Yahya from his roles as Dr. Manhattan in the series Watchmen, right? He also played in The Matrix, the fourth one. I think Matrix Resurrection, I suppose. The latest one. Yeah, let's just say that. And he also played Black Manta and Aquaman, so there we go. So obviously, that is really, really interesting. Obviously, Ben Kingsley returns as Slattery, or Trevor Slattery, who played the fake Mandarin in Iron Man 3, right? And he also returned in Shang-Chi, and it's obvious, right, that Destin Daniel Cretton returned from that movie and obviously made this television series, which is really interesting. You have a little continuity there, which is really interesting, obviously. So, Trevor Slattery has been in the MCU for quite a bit, and it's really interesting that obviously now he has a bigger role in this brand new television series. Guest star, I guess, Josh Gad is also in this series, who you might know from the voice of, well, Olaf, I suppose. He also did other live action things, but obviously he voiced Olaf. And it's funny because I saw this picture of Frozen 3, which obviously now they're recording. It's really funny to see Josh Gad there, standing there, because we all know that Josh Gad disappeared, obviously, by the Doorman. Doorman is this character, the superhero, which obviously you get introduced to, which I would say is a really, really interesting inclusion. And it's like a, not really a bottle episode, but like it's a Wonder Man, or I guess Simon Williams light episode, where you obviously don't see a lot of Simon Williams, but you also see I guess the pros and cons of being a superhero in Hollywood, or I suppose in this Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? So there we go. In December 2021, Creighton signed on an overall deal with Marvel Studios to create television series for Disney Plus, with a comedy series already in development at that point. Two different ideas about actors, one centered on Simon Williams and the other, obviously, on Travis Slattery, were combined into a single series, which was reported as Wonder Man in June 2022, with guests involved and Creighton directing episode. Kingsley was set to return from previous MCU media in August, and Abdul Mateen II joined the cast as that October. Filming began in April 2023 on location in LA, with James Bonsall, Tiffany Johnson, and Stella Meggy also directing episodes. Production obviously was shut down in May due to the 2023 Writers Guild of America strike, and resumed by early January 2024. Obviously, filming concluded that March, and post-production ended around September. The series was officially announced by Marvel Studios a month later. So Wonder Man obviously was released in its entirety on Disney Plus on January 27th, 2026, and consists of 8 episodes. It is part of the Phase 6 of the MCU and was released under the Marvel Spotlight banner. The same day did go for Marvel's Echo, right? That's that series about the deaf superhero. Yeah, I'm not quite sure actually. It's been a long time since I watched that series, but I still remember it at not being great. So there we go. So the series release was delayed by over a year due to the strike and changes to Marvel's release schedule. It received positive reviews from critics. In my opinion, it was really, really good. So there we go. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, superpowered individuals are banned from working in Hollywood by the Doorman clause. Obviously, Doorman is this other superhero, right? So That is very, very interesting. So, struggling actor Simon Williams, who secretly has superpowers, forms an unlikely friendship with Travis Slattery as the pair attempt to land roles in a remake of the Envy Universe superhero film Wonder Man. It could have been really cool to see Wonder Man, the actual film, being released on Disney Plus or something. Maybe it's a shorter movie, right? But obviously, that also costs a lot to make. But it could have been very cool, right? Or at least like a trailer. So there we go. Obviously, runtimes for a couple of episodes, or for the most episodes, are between 26 or 36 minutes, which is really, really good. And it's not really that long. So there we go. The thing is, obviously, with Wonder Man, because Wonder Man is obviously this person who has secret superpowers. I mean, my theories were that he was like, a mutant, because we have had a couple of like cases, especially in She-Hulk, where superhero individuals, right, need to stop something or try to protect themselves from something. And obviously, Simon Williams here needs to protect himself, or I guess, not get into the way of damage control, right? Damage control are the bad guys in this series, I suppose, which obviously they want to take Simon Williams and bring him to justice because he has superpowers, right? But my theory was that Simon Williams is actually a mutant, not really an X-Man, but he's like a mutant, right? And if they're planning to make an X-Men film, right, obviously they're going to do it. I could see Simon Williams maybe be brought in, I'm not quite sure, like, obviously, Simon Williams, I think, is also part of the West Coast Avengers. Could be really interesting. Another person in that group is White Vision, or at least Vision. So I could see something cooking up right there. It could be really cool, but obviously right now we have like 4 different groups. Like we have Sam Wilson's Avengers, we have the Dark Avengers with Yelena Belova and Red Guardian, Fantastic Four, that's Thunderbolts, I already said that. So we've got, what was it? So the Dark Avengers, the normal Avengers, the X-Men, the X-Men obviously from the Avengers Doomsday trailer, Fantastic Four. I mean, we've got a lot of groups, so if you want to make a West Coast Avengers movie, I'm not quite sure if it will ever happen, but I could see Sam Williams pop in there, to be one of the main actors. So there we go. But obviously, I really want to see a second season. I think that's much more important. Wonder Man is a great looking series, very interesting story. So a second season, I don't blame them. I mean, yeah, sure, why not, right? Maybe add some other characters. Like obviously Wonder Man, or I suppose Simon Williams, was actually originally going to be played by Nathan Fillion in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which was a cutscene, so there we go. But it could be really fun to see different characters be inside this series. I'm not quite sure. Other characters, like I said, could be anyone. Maybe Squirrel Girl. Man, yeah, I love Squirrel Girl. So why shouldn't she be in the series, right? Maybe there's another new adaptation for the Squirrel Girl movie. Or maybe, I could see so many different possibilities. Obviously, it's about making of, right? Making of a movie, right? Wonder Man is actually this movie, right, that they're working on. So I'm not quite sure where like a second season could go, but I see possibilities, and that's really good. So there we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. That's it. I really want to talk about Wonder Man. I really enjoyed it, and it was quite enjoyable. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's not that long. So alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye.
That's tight.
We are going to make the last movie on Earth. No one will have the balls to make another.
And action! Any news from our Kobe?
There is news to be the first to know, unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.